the garage, just to show you. This is the metal edging that we're going to use. There you can see it's stacked. I think it's 4 inches, and they are 20 feet long each. Brad has been welding them together. He's cut up a bunch of pieces and tacking a little T on the bottom. And we're going to use this for edging between the dirt and the rocks down at the river. So we're finally going to start getting to some finishing touches, I hope. I'll show you a chunk that he's got done. Okay, here's some of the pieces that are already put together. As you can see, there's the T's that he's put on. There's a couple of them. I think it's going to look a nice finished edge with rocks on one side and grass on the other. He also is going to do garden edging for me, and he's got a chunk cut for here. Of course, there's still a lot of work to do. These spots, this is a spot that's, we're going to have to get creative here to retain the soil. I'm thinking some grasses will help. Water's down right now, and I'll show you where we're going to put it. Okay, so here's a piece that's just sitting here because we were just trying to see what that looked like. But yeah, we'll make sure the rocks are on one side. Like right there, I got where Leia is. There's dirt on both sides of it, but we'll put the edging along. So the rocks are on one side and the grass is on the other. And I think it'll give it a nice finished edge. I love the rocks over here. Very windy day today. But I love the sound of the water hitting the rocks. It is much nicer than it hitting breakwall. So to do this, he's got more welding to do. But we've got 120 feet that we could put here, so we probably could get this side of the property set in place. But when we come around to where Brad is with the excavator, we're going to do another set of stairs there because we're allowed to have 2 sets of stairs entrances into the water. So we had kind of shuffled some stones in place, and we kind of taped that before, but we wanted to line it up with the stairs that are coming down from the terrace there and straight across. I just thought that'd be a nice look. Okay, so we're just looking at resetting stones and doing that first because we're not sure what we'll do with the metal edging, whether it'll stop at the steps. I think it'll come up to the step and stop and then go on the other side. Oh, that looks great. Oh, I like that.
That's where that first one sits.
So we're going to put
brings us up a foot, and then the next one comes in right tight to the wall, which will be big, holding that one in place, and then the next one on top of it.
Okay.
Sits up tight here, and then we have a nice big one at the bottom.
So we're going to have a nice big one at the bottom so we can put a ladder on it, and then it'll be a drop off into some water. How deep is the water there? Hard to tell now, huh?
7 feet.
7 feet. So I want to be able to go in here and swim around to the other side.
I am going to start on that side and come this way. The current brings you this way. So
I know, but I want the exercise. I like the idea of swimming around. That corner there, though, you've seen me do it. I got in the water and did it, went around with my... But I'm going to do it without a telephone in my hand, camera in my hand. Yeah, so... But yeah, after dinner... After dinner, a nice little swim.
What, today, after dinner?
Not today, because what's the date today?
November 5th.
November 5th, and it's
21 Celsius.
yeah, so we're really lucky to have this time to keep working. It is really windy out here, though. Where did our little darling go? Okay, I want to show the rocks that we're looking at are over here. There's my little darling over there looking at me. She's wanting to go through the fence because there is a squirrel nest up there and she's going to chase after squirrel. Look at, she's looking. Oh my God, I gotta get her. She went to Brad. Oh, look at, she's like smiling. She's wanting to get after that squirrel. We'll be chasing her. Okay, so there's some of these chunks. These are like broken pieces. I think they'll be lovely in gardens. Look at those. But I've gotta get the skid steer here so we can shuffle things around and get neater here because we've got still piles of rocks. They're 1-footers. These are all 1-footers. 2-footers. We've used up all the 2-footers. Those are 8 foot or 8 inches. 8 inches for steps. So we still have a lot of steps to do. I just don't know where to put stuff though, right? That river rock is going to be, that's the river rock that came out of the, it was at the break wall. We pulled it out. That's what they tried to use here. And it just pushed the break wall down. But we tried to pull out as much of it as we could. River rock is not good for retaining because it doesn't lock. This riprap locks together and stays in place. The river rock, because all those smooth rocks, it just keeps rolling and sliding against each other. But what we're going to use it for is along the top edge, just as a decorative piece. I don't know if we'll use it all the way along because I'm not sure if it'll go that far, but that's what we're thinking of. So the rocks we're going to use today, we're looking at these ones. These are gigantic. Like I think this one will be the bottom one, and then this one will go on top of it. So they should be good and heavy and able to have a ladder, or vice versa. I don't know. We've talked about it so much I can't remember what we decided to do. So it'll be a surprise to us too. All right, so here he comes. I think we'll probably sling them. So it takes 2 of us to do that. He's got to lift one side up and I got to get the straps. Oh, he's got that's good. Now she's not going to get in your way, is she? Look at this. Leia Lou. She was barking. She was not having it being in the house without us.
Now she's got to be in the excavator.
So we've left this strap on this willow because we're still going to move it. There's the D-ring there. Not absolutely sure of the placement of this, and we do have to lift it to be able to put the stones down to walk on, and that was the right spot, so in the tree, so it balanced fairly well. So we're going to leave that there, and Brad found some other straps over on the raft and a D-ring, so we're gonna get moving. Some more stones. This is all we do. It's like we get excited. We got time off. Let's move some stones. All right, Leia's getting back in the machine. It's the safest place for her. We don't have to worry about it. She just wants to be out here with us so bad. So that's what we're gonna do. That's hilarious. All right, so we got this one strapped. It's gonna be the first one that goes in. Surprise! I know it's the other one. So he'll just tip this bucket and I will hook it to that D-ring there. There's a little spot there, so that's my job. Okay, he wants me to stay back because our straps are starting to get a little old. We've been using them a lot and these rocks are a little bit sharp, so he says stay back. What I'd like to do is walk with it and guide it so it doesn't swing, but he won't let me do that. It's a big rock. This is going to be delicate. It's not in there real tight. Don't squash my lawnmower. Leia doesn't. She is so happy up there. That's hilarious.
I can't talk too much. I'm kind of concentrating.
Okay.
It's going to work out awesome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice piece for down there. For sure. This is how we've done all the rocks. I don't film the slinging in that very often because I'm worried watching. Yeah, each rock takes us a long time to place. We put a lot of thought into it. Ooh, she's a swinger. We put a lot of thought into it. We do a lot, we call it shopping, where we go checking out all the rocks and we go back and forth trying to figure out which one's gonna fit. There you can see why our straps are getting a little worn. That swinging, I can see the one spot that rock's kind of cutting into it over here. I can walk with it, but
No, I don't want that.
I know. Okay, I won't. It's hard. They're so big that it's hard to get it through your head how big and heavy they are. So when you're close to it, it's easy to just reach out to kind of grab at it. But not a good idea.
Leia's got the controls now.
She's got this, huh? You got the controls there, Leilu. Shih-Tzu in an excavator. My kind of girl. Alright, so I'm gonna have to shut this off so that I can help place it once it stops swinging. Alright, just want to show you the spot that it's going. Kind of sunny here. Woo! Windy. Alright, well, we've shuffled rocks underneath here and pulled this out like 3 times to make sure that it's level, so, and in the right spot, so it's time consuming. I gotta get back down there again. And pulling the strap out is kind of a delicate thing too, because we work on placing it and then you pull the strap out and it moves it sometimes. But I think you're getting it, Brad. I leveled it. It was level both ways. It's coming smooth. Oh, oh, got it. Well, I love that rock there. Look at that. Now we gotta build up from there, do the next step. Woo! Okay, so we took the excavator and the bucket and we walked through the yard and we collected a whole bunch of rocks, and we had a pile up there, so we dumped some rocks here. We think it's level, and it's gonna sit on those rocks and out on that next one. So we're gonna go get that really big piece and see how this goes. All right, this is the big one that we're choosing to go next. It's a gigantic piece and it's very nice. Okay, here we go with the next step. I know it doesn't look very nice out here. Look at, there's a couple of freighters going by, but it actually is very lovely. It's kind of nice to work without the sun. Ooh, it's a heavy rock. Yeah, I can hear it creaking. Maybe I'll step back further. Sorry, I have a song in my head. I know I get humming. So, as far as I can see, the only way to clean up this yard is to just keep working, getting projects done using this supplies here that we have. Cut the grass once we get some of the more of these rocks moved, and so on. It's just going to be a process we got to go through. Well, we've shuffled the things around there enough to get it level to move. So here we go. See what it looks like in place. It's gonna be nice. Nice. So there's a big chunk of concrete that was here, so we dug it out. And I think it's a piece of an old foundation that was here, because there was an old hotel that used to be here. Just a square. It's concrete with rocks in it. And I don't know. It's a nice square. Might make it into a table or a seat or something, depending on what it looks like when I clean it up. Interesting though. Here we go. a big slab. It's about 6 feet wide, long, and almost 5 feet wide. So it's almost 5 by 6. So it's big. So he got a new strap there because he was worried. You can see it moving around. It's heavy. It's got to be heavy. I am really happy with this. He's just pulling the strap out now. It's coming good. Moved it a little bit, but I think that's just fine. I think we're still fine. We just nudge it a little bit because it's a little high, I think, over there. So if he just gives it a little push, it'll come forward, just smidgen, and be perfect. I love it. All right, so it's unlevel. He's gonna put some pressure on one side and see if it pops into place. I hope it does. It's a pretty big rock, so it shouldn't break. Those other ones, the 8-inch ones, a little pressure on them. I think if you do that, I can cram some underneath here. Okay. Alright, so this is the one we're going with next, because we tried the one over here and Brad gave it a little shove and it broke into about, well, he says 15 pieces. That's exaggerating, but it broke into quite a few pieces. I can't believe it broke that way. I'm glad we didn't use this one because it's not good, but it'll be great in the garden somewhere. So we're gonna try this one. It didn't look, we flipped it over, it's got a flat side was on the bottom, so we're gonna use that as the top. That's why we hadn't used it, because it was so irregular, but we'll just turn that to the bottom. It'll be great. We have swans coming. I love the swans here. We had a muskrat here. He aggressively took a peek up out of the water and saw us and flipped down into the water, and then he went the other side of us and did it again. Lots of wildlife here. I love it. All right, end of the day. We've had enough. We're tired. And this is what we got. We got some stairs into the water. Still some tweaking mud on there that I don't like, but we're gonna have to put a rock here. The 1-footer. Put a 1-footer on this side, just like we did on the other step, and then we'll have to roll some of these rocks closer. I think it looks good. I'd like to see what it looks like from the terrace, though. So let's do that. We're gonna have a drink and watch it from the terrace. Okay, he's gonna move this excavator so we can have a better look. Move that excavator! I really can't see anything anyway from here. All you can see is that upper stone. This is what I wanted, is them to line up from here over to there. So this rock in front of me is going to be moved over. And then down in. Yeah, so it's here. I will walk all the way down. And you're like right on the water, which is super cool. And now, let's spot. Yeah, looking up, it looks nice. Especially once we put like stones here and here. And then, so we're gonna do the big 1-footers. There's a couple I just picked out. And then the rest of these stones we just need to bring in to kind of fill in the gaps and make it safe. Same both sides, because he moved everything out of the way so we could work, so he's got to bring it back in. And yeah, that rock up there, that is gonna go probably right about here. And I think it's gonna be lovely. I like the color of it. Ooh, not much, Julie. Yeah, I like this. I like this rock. It's got some pretty color in it, so I'll be happy to have that down there. And then we'll walk up here. These need a little work. They're a little unlevel, but we need the skid steer with the forks to do that, so we're waiting on that. All right. Well, that's for today, and we'll get back at it tomorrow, hopefully, depending on the weather. We're gonna have a drink and enjoy the view. Back at it again. It's colder today, still windy. To bundle up a little bit more. We're gonna try to dress the stairs up a bit. We got some fans here watching us, I guess. Making sure we're doing it right. Okay. Alright, this one's got a hole in it. So we've got a spot we need one more rock, and we're starting to get low on rocks. So we're gonna put this in here. We'll call it our beer luge. We'll see how it works. Looks like a big necklace. Very cool rock. Here's our rock with a hole in it. That's kind of interesting. I love this one. Love the way it crosses over there. That one's my favorite. Brad's gonna put we got some dirt on here. Brad's gonna rinse her off with a bucket of water. And let's see what it looks like. Washing it off. Woohoo! Yeah, it looks really pretty, doesn't it?
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this one. That's awesome right there.
Yeah, I love that. I like this way it fits here too.
This fits in. Yeah, it's all.
There's your beer luge. Don't know where we're shooting that off to. It's funny, the water. Maybe some water will sit there for birds.
This fits in good here.
Yeah.
Just gotta put one little stone right there.
Yep, we'll fit in. There's a few spots to fit in, like we did on the other side. Alright, it's hard to get this because I can't get far enough away from it, but we're standing on the bottom step looking up. Yeah, I love this rock here, the way it fits in.
Yeah.
That's nice. These ones are nice too. Love it! Thumbs up. Alright, well, that's good. I like the way it flows right through with the next ones. Just the way we wanted. Yep. Love it. Okay. Love it.